Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Awakening playthrough. Last time, the war officially started, and we found out that this game actually has a villain, surprisingly enough. This time, well, they said we were meant to go back to Yellowstone to plan our war strategy, and that would be the case if it weren't for the fact that a side quest chapter just opened up to us. Actually, one thing I want to do first. This merchant down here, thanks to the large bar of gold that boss just dropped, I think I have enough to afford the Worm Slayer now. I don't exactly need to buy an Iron Lance though, but
Oh, come on in.
okay, let's see who had that item. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, Rickon killed the boss. You know, you don't need to be worried about selling stuff if it's just a medium bullion. Those are useless apart from selling. They're kind of like nuggets in Pokemon. Though I do need to make sure that he gives the hand axe to Vake, because I'm pretty sure Vake's the only one who can use axes in our army so far. And you two don't have items. Anything else that I need to sell? I don't think so. So let's go ahead and buy that Worm Slayer. I'll just put it in the convoy for now. Because at the moment, well, Crom already has his Falchion, so I mean, I might need the Worm Slayer later. Probably want to give it to Long Ku, actually, but I don't exactly need it now. While we're... okay, those are just bronze weapons. I could buy that Master Seal, but we don't really need it at this point in the game, so... yeah, I might just want to leave that, and thus the shop is gone. But here, something that I just realized. I forgot...
What can I fix you with?
Hi, Dixon. I have forgot to buy Mary Sue an iron sword, since she can actually use them now, so let's go ahead and get one for her. Because, seriously, being stuck with a bronze sword forever is kind of stupid. And I would also like an iron sword for Long Ku, just so that he doesn't have to use the Killing Edge all the time, because I kind of want to conserve that. And that should be fine for the moment. I'll need to do a few, unfortunately, we haven't unlocked any new supports yet, but we'll need to do a bit of inventory shuffling, because... firstly... okay, where are you, Maribel? Firstly, I want her to take the rescue staff. Because of her higher movement, she generally gets a longer range with that. Also, speaking of which, Vake, grab that hand axe, and that... well, Vake will need to deposit his Hector's axe first, because he can't actually use that. And he can't use the Volant axe either, so... yeah, let's just... definitely want to take that off Maribel's hands, though, because it's not like she's going to get any use out of it. Okay, you're fine as far as bows go. You're mostly fine. I might need a new javelin for you eventually. Lissa is probably fine. You're fine. I think I'm going to have Long Ku take that Worm Slayer, actually. Sully is... yeah, fine. You might need another weapon eventually. Let's see how many lances we have. Oh yeah, we have that Killer Lance that Sully hasn't actually used yet. Okay, yeah, here's what we needed. Yes, we have a surplus Thunder Tome, so I'm going to give that to Rickon. And apart from that, I think we're all good. So let's check the barracks out. Oh hey, 2 potential lover conversations, but they're probably not going to be ones that I'm actually going to do. Also note that this room's expanded a bit. Yeah, we have a new bookshelf, and Muriel's commenting on it. I think that was from Rickon, but yeah. Interesting, yeah, most of Long Ku's class options do involve swords. But those aren't a compatible support pair, so that conversation's kind of useless. Oh, Lissa and Stahl, okay. And yes, they're a compatible support pair, so they're going to get support points from that. Looks like I got kind of unlucky here, because most of these are conversations between characters who aren't support pairs, like here, Frederick and Donnie. Yeah, there's this kind of obsession with bear meat for some reason. Oh, that's pretty nice. The barracks basically updates as far as real time passes, so if you wait a while before playing, between play sessions, then... Hey, Sumiya, you're supposed to be dead, why are you here? And, yes, referencing that quote that she's saying on the bottom screen there. And we have a please be a pairing that I'm actually doing, although I doubt it. Wow. Okay then. This is a pairing I wish I was doing. Here, Chrom is conversing with Sumiya's ghost. Yes, this is a dream Chrom is having. If only she was still alive, if only Mary Sue hadn't horribly murdered her, then they would be unstoppable together. Wait, seriously? That unlocked a support conversation? Well, I might as well.
Hmm?
Note here, I have never seen this support before, so this should be interesting. Yeah, healing staves fix... That's interesting. Apparently healing staves fix stomach aches. Wow, that'd be pretty convenient in real life, actually.
Nah.
Huh, wonder what that item is. You know, judging by what you tend to find on the vent tiles, it's probably a stick.
Oh.
Or a log. Oh, okay. Oh, what? Stahl has a brother? That's interesting. Yeah, you learn something new every day. In a practice attempt that didn't get used, Muriel and Vake unlocked their B support conversation, and I found out Muriel has a brother, which again, I did not know before. That is really interesting. See, there's a lot of hidden details about these characters in support conversations. Like, a lot of people seem to say bad things about the characters in this game compared to other games, say that they don't develop and they're just sort of one-note jokes, but there's a lot of interesting details about them in their supports.
What? Hey.
Hmm? Thanks.
Right.
You know, you could try Lonku's sword. For some reason, Lonku has a butterfly on his sword in his official artwork. I don't know why, but it's just kind of there. Oh, there's a Risen Skirmish here, but I'm not gonna do it just yet. I don't want to get too over-leveled. Now, we've put this off as long as we can. This side quest, Paralogue 2, I have not been looking forward to this one. I really haven't. And it's not because it's hard. This chapter's actually quite easy. It's because this is our first instance of having to protect an NPC. And as you're about to find out, their AI in this game is very, very, very dumb. Oh, this is annoying. The secret Derpderp, I mean seller. By the time this paralogue is over, you will be calling them the secret Derpderp.
No.
But this isn't them. Oh no, generic nameless soldier just died.
Hail, traveler.
That line, kind of interesting.
What? Well,
And again, bandits. Again, see, Gangrel's saying, oh yeah, that just proves you listen to the bandit problem. This is Fire Emblem. Every country has a bandit problem. But at least it's actually related to the war. Basically, they're profiting on refugees from the war that's starting.
my lord.
But we have to secure the flow of goods, so at least this side quest is actually
Right.
relevant, kind of, to what's happening in the plot so far. And we're thrown into the preparation screen immediately. So, as you can see, obviously we're fighting some bandits, level 6. And a lot of them. Plus a lot of archers. And we'll talk about that later. pretty much almost entirely... Okay, there are 2 mages, but apart from that, also this guy has Hellfire, which is slightly more powerful fire magic, so he might hit kinda hard. But the real issue here is, firstly, this village, which we'll need to protect, because if the bandits reach it, it will be destroyed. But secondly, this girl here.
Yeah. Ha.
Now, anyone who's had experience with the Fire Emblem series will immediately recognize who this is. Anna is pretty much the Fire Emblem series mascot. She's one of the few recurring characters in the series, appearing in every game, usually as a shop manager, but sometimes just as a random NPC. This is the first time in the entire series' history, after 13 games, that Anna actually fights in combat. And as you can see by those stats, she's actually pretty good at it. She's in the Trickster class, which can use both swords and staves. However, despite the fact that those stats might make you think that she can handle herself in this chapter, she kind of can't. Basically, this chapter is all about reaching Anna as fast as possible before her AI gets her killed. There's so many ways this could easily be fixed, but not really. There's also rivers here, but anyway. Oh yes, in case you're wondering, here's the boss, Victor. We'll find out a little more about him later. His stats are quite low for a promoted unit, but anyway. Also, anyone who's played earlier Fire Emblem games will definitely recognize, will kind of recognize him in terms of his appearance from a very common running joke in the series. Another recurring character type that started actually surprisingly recently in the 6th game. Anyway though, it's time to select units. We definitely want Lissa. Well, then again, we do have 2 healers now. We definitely want Maribel too though, so we're gonna need to kick someone out. Now, I actually think Donnie, I might need to drop him. There are a lot of axe users here, and I've already got him enough experience as it is, so I'm gonna have to drop him for the moment. Definitely want to have to use Maribel here, because she's kind of low in terms of levels. Now, we're going to be fighting lots of axe users, so Long Ku is pretty much a given. We're going to want Stahl and Sully, because we'll need all the movement we can get. And normally I'd say, oh yeah, I'd use Sumia here, but there's a lot of archers, so actually maybe not. Now, who else? Well, we kind of have to have Mary Sue and Crom. Stahl and Sully. Keller may not be so useful here, and he's kind of high-leveled anyway. Muriel is a little lower than Ricken as far as levels go, so notice how much higher Ricken's defense is, by the way. Yeah, Ricken is far less squishy than Muriel is. I kind of want to pick both Muriel... do I need Vake here? I don't really need Vake. If I do pick Muriel, though, who is she going to pair up with? Normally I go with Lissa, but... Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, wait, we have Virion here. Do I need Virion? Do I need Virion? His level is roughly on the level of pretty much everyone else at this point. We're kind of level 6 to 8 at this point, so... Do we need Virion? Huh. I don't think I used Vake in the last chapter, did I? I kind of forget. I may as well. Okay then. Now, the main thing here is going onto this screen and making sure that your mounted units are as far forward as possible, because you need to reach Anna very, very quickly. Trust me when I say this, but she will die if you don't get to her very, very fast, and even possibly if you do, because she's very, very, very dumb. And by very dumb, I mean dumb is a major understatement. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. But anyway. Okay, Ricken is gonna need to go near Maribel. Where are you? You go. And I can't switch. I might as well switch you there. Lissa actually needs to go to where Long Ku is. Okay, that looks like a decent enough setup. Now, I'm gonna save here, because I may have to restart this chapter a couple of times. Actually, I just realized I'll make a casual save at the start of the chapter, because there are a few conversations we have to go through right at the beginning here.
Darling.
Yeah, these are a common recurring character type in the series. First appearing with Maggie and Rose, yes, those were their names, and they were both male, in the 6th game, the Bandit Twins. basically two bandits who both kind of have hairstyles like this, mostly bald with a few streaks of hair, and who act very, very creepily fond of each other.
See? Right.
They also often have a very funny way of speaking.
Darling.
Yeah, now, in earlier games in the series, it was pretty ambiguous whether these berserkers were twin brothers or lovers. In this game, they're kind of implied to be both. Ugh.
Right.
Yeah, if you think about it, these guys, I kind of look at them as a parody of the idea that the Fire Emblem series is full of incest. If you looked really closely at that other guy who just left, though, you might have noticed that his health bar was actually a lot bigger than this guy as well, as far as the colours go. Yeah, we won't be fighting him until later. Usually you fight the Berserker twins at the same time, but not in this chapter. Well, that is if your men don't kill her first. And that's really all we're getting at this point.
Wait.
But this is actually the first chapter where we've seen villagers, so we have a tutorial here. Now, if you've played Shadow Dragon, then you'll remember that in that game, only Marth could visit villages. That is not the case in this game. Just like in the Game Boy Advance games, any character can visit a village now, so that's a big improvement, because having only Marth being able to do it was really, really irritating. One of the reasons why I wasn't such a big fan of Shadow Dragon. It as a remake, it didn't improve on the original very much at all. Anyway, though, it's time for us to get going, but first, oh, gotta be careful about Hellfire Mage. Okay, let's go there. Let's see how much Ricken will do to this guy. No doubling, that is annoying, even with +1 speed. Okay, firstly, we're gonna do some pair-ups. Can't believe that Lissa and Longku don't have a support yet, but oh well. And I guess we pair up like that. Now, there are a lot of forests in these areas, so that is at least pretty helpful as far as evasion and not accuracy, but the enemy's accuracy goes. But we sort of need to be running as fast as possible towards this bridge so we can actually get over here. Now, there's actually a kind of a cool bit of trivia about this map that I'll be explaining in a bit once things seem more safe. Yeah, I actually promised that I'd be making a save point early, and dang it, that's annoying. Okay, well then, hopefully moving Crow and Mary Sue there doesn't screw me over. Save point time. So, we need to reach Anna as fast as possible, because if we don't, she is almost certainly going to die. Even though her stats look amazing. Because her AI is incredibly dumb. Because of that, we need to kill these guys very, very quickly. So, I'm going to have Ricken attack this guy here.
Pay attention.
And I'm going to have Stully go and attack this guy. And I'm going to use Sully because she has a higher dodge rate and better resistance, and they're going to get attacked by a mage.
You can do it.
So, she is the better one for the job here.
I'll kill you twice.
Oh yeah!
Come get some.
I mean, that critical was pointless, but it looked cool at least. Also, it might look like Ricken's going to get attacked by that axe user, but it's really not a big deal. Speaking of a big deal, though, I would very much like Longku to get some criticals against those guys. But if he doesn't, that's what Muriel and Vake are for. Now, here's the annoying thing about this chapter. These archers have a 63% chance of hitting Anna, and that's actually quite high. She will get hit quite a lot, and it's those archers that are the real threat to her. If too many of them swarm her at once, she is almost guaranteed to die. If you get unlucky, and by if I mean you will get unlucky, because that's this chapter in a nutshell.
It's all right.
Speaking of unlucky, okay, good. That could have hit him.
I'll make this quick.
But goodbye,
Who dies
ruffian.
next?
And hopefully the other ruffian dies next. Except he is on a forest. Okay, that's very bad.
No hard feelings.
That's decent, but I would have appreciated it if he hadn't have got hit there, because Lissa can't heal him while they're paired up, and I need to keep them paired up so that they'll get supports up, because I want to marry them. Now, the bandits are all going to prioritize running to the village, so at least you have that going for you. And that... yeah, that hit, that's annoying, but at least you took less damage than Stahl would have. Now, here's the annoying thing about Anna. Her AI has a bad case of Leroy Jenkins-itis.
Deep cuts.
It almost feels to me as if Anna is scripted to critical the first enemy here, because in every single one of my attempts, she's always got a critical against him. But yeah, she has a very bad case of Leroy Jenkins-itis. She will charge straight for the nearest enemy, completely heedless of her own safety. Now, the good news is, the one smart thing about her AI, she will always prioritize the barbarians because they can actually destroy the village, the archers can't. The problem is, she'll prioritize them even if they can't reach the village that turn. You see, this turn, he can't reach that village. What I would do if I was Anna is, I would kill the archer, which is the bigger threat to her, and then next turn kill the barbarian. That way the village remains safe and Anna takes less damage from archer attacks. Unfortunately, Anna's AI is stupid, so she doesn't do that. Anyway, enough grumbling though. Hopefully, Longku will not get shot if I attack this guy. And I might be able to lower his HP enough that Muriel will be able to pick this guy off.
Here goes.
Because she needs more experience than he does. The annoying thing about having to marry a healer to a physical fighter is that while the healer is paired up with him, he can't attack without reducing our healing ability, and she can't heal without reducing our combat ability, so... There's also the fact that there won't be many there won't be any dual strikes as well, so... Very, very annoying that, but it's something that I kind of have to do.
Teach us right here.
She's not going to need it.
The predicted outcome.
And she's relatively close to leveling up, so that's good. But Ricken's almost level ahead of her. Now, that mage there pretty much has to die, and the problem with that is that if I don't get... Okay, yeah, here's the issue. I'm actually going to switch to Mary Sue here because they have a better chance of dual striking, and... Wait a minute, 65%? That's pretty much the same, isn't it? Yeah, actually, Mary Sue has an even more chance. I really need the dual strike here because if this guy hits Crom and the archer hits him, he may be in danger.
I've got you.
Come on, dual strike. And no dual strike. And no dual guard. That's annoying. I mainly did it with Crom here because I wanted to level up. And good, he gained strength. And a little too late to gain resistance there. That would have really helped before you got hit by the mage, but oh well. Yeah, I was worried about Crom's strength for a bit, but usually it catches up. Now, Ricken is going to have to kill that guy, and I don't trust 90% at this point, with all the luck that I've been having in this chapter. I still love Maribel's battle quotes.
Yes.
And no speed, but I'll take magic at least. Now, it's Stully's turn. Now, Stull and Sully really need to go as fast as possible towards where Anna is, so I'm going to have them move as far as possible and then attack. And I'm going to let them take turns attacking the enemies. And no dual strike. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Okay, now I kind of need to... Here's the problem. These archers, even with a 53% chance of hitting, Anna still gets hit very, very often. It's kind of an annoying fact about this. Okay, good. Crom won't die here.
Back off.
And that's very much appreciated. Okay, yeah, at least you're smart here, because this guy would have been able to reach the village if she didn't do this, but... Still, if you get very unlucky with those 30% hit rates on the bandits, Anna can die to them too.
Come again.
So... Yeah, everything about Anna is just downright irritating in this chapter. Now, something I should mention, technically speaking, it actually doesn't matter whether she lives or dies here. It might sound weird, but it'll make sense later. But yeah, it doesn't actually matter if she lives or if she dies, but because I'm a perfectionist, I don't want to see any NPC die on my watch, so I am gonna have to save Anna. And I'm gonna have to kill that archer too, because I really, really do not like him. And I would really like to... yeah, I don't like that archer, and that mage is gonna be annoying too, but I more don't like that archer. Actually, I'm going to go here just to block that mage from coming into our area.
I've got you. We're not done yet.
Okay, that's good.
Nicely done.
Now, a lot of things here are actually happening the same way they did in my original attempts. That's because the RNG in Fire Emblem was actually somewhat fixed. Every time you reload a save, as long as you make your moves in exactly the same way you did last time, as in exactly the same spaces moved for each character, and exactly the same order that you move the characters in, every hit chance and critical chance will play out exactly the same way. Which is annoying for me, because that means that I need to be careful, because I lost this chapter last time due to an incredibly bad streak of luck, so... Anyway, Starl and Sully, I'm going to ignore those enemies and head full tilt towards Anna, because that's basically the only way you can save her here. Okay, now you are going to go there. Let's go ahead and heal and get some more experience for Maribel, at least. And I'll move these two there. Ah, those archers are so irritating. We need to kill them as fast as possible, otherwise Anna is doomed. Yeah, it's about the time when you think, hey Anna, it would be a really good idea to use a healing potion, right? Well, she's not going to do that unless there are no enemies nearby.
You alright?
Hello there, pointless dual guard.
As one.
Yeah, this is no threat. The only threat here is, I'd rather the other characters get experience.
Now that's strategy.
Yeah, that's a relatively decent level up. I'm kind of fine with that. Okay, yeah, those guys are going to rush towards the village. But if I don't kill one of those archers this turn, or if Anna gets hit, which thankfully she didn't...
Next in line.
Yeah, if you're really unlucky, Anna will get hit by those barbarians, and then she'll really die very, very quickly. Okay, now that second archer can't hit her, which is good. But I really would much appreciate it if we killed this first archer. And if I do that, though, those two guys are gonna attack, and that's gonna be bad. Okay, I definitely want a dual strike here. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't get one, because at least Anna's going to be safe.
So long, chump.
Wow. Oh, well, she did have a killer lance equipped.
Thanks.
And they have exactly the same amount of experience points, so that proves they're an OTP. At least Anna is safe from archers this turn, which is good. So yeah, you want to get here so you can kill those archers as fast as possible, because otherwise bad things happen. Very, very, very bad things. Now I'm going to actually heal here with Maribel. Just for more experience for her. And that's pretty decent, although speed would have been helpful. If Maribel doesn't gain luck when she levels up, something's gone very, very, very wrong with the RNG, basically. And Chrom is considerably hurt. Actually, yeah, I need to heal Chrom. As much as I really want that... I would much rather everyone move as far as they possibly could. Because otherwise, basically the enemies down below, including the boss, are going to start moving for us soon.
I owe you.
And that is very, very bad. Last time that happened before, I was prepared for it, and we kind of got, well, luck hacks to death, but it was still annoying. Yeah, that gave her experience, and as you can see there, that shows that you can't level up from experience gained from event tiles. Her experience meter just stopped at 99, so that's annoying. Speaking of annoying, I would much rather these archers attack Stully than attack Anna. And see, they're not even attacking us, they're just going straight for the village. Now, here would normally be a problem, but I think the village is safe now. We can successfully reach it. Yes, we can, so we don't need to worry about those stupid bandits destroying it, because otherwise both of them are within movement range, so if... Yeah, Anna couldn't have saved it then, but... Now this is actually kind of annoying. Because those people on the bottom are going to start moving soon, so we're going to need to be ready for that. And I would move Crom down there and block the bridge. The problem with that is that, last time I did that, he got hit by both these guys, despite their terrible hit rates, and that resulted in him dying. Even though that should not have happened, since I had a weapon triangle advantage, but oh well. Yeah, we need to make sure that we move far enough and fast enough, and I'm a little worried about them, but at the moment, not so much. Wait, is Ricken still hurt? Yes, he is. I should have healed him. And, yeah, using the rescue stuff on Anna would be useful, but we can't really here. So Stully pretty much have no choice but to actually go and save the village.
Thunderation!
And hey, it's the Thunderation Man! That's the second time he showed up. And we actually get an item to heal her. So yeah, they expect Anna to be taking some damage here. That would be useful, though, if there are any healers nearby who could actually use that, and that's a problem. But I might want to give that to Maribel, because she'll definitely there. Now, that was a good dodge, that right there. And these enemies are moving. Now, I'm not sure if they move on this turn, or if they move on the turn that you save the village. Yeah, now, if Anna gets hit here, I'm going to be very angry.
Come again.
Okay, that guy's down. And, of course, the enemies all went stacks on Anna so that I couldn't get experience from them. Of course. That's the other annoying thing about NPCs in Fire Emblem. They kill steal from you. And yes, the boss does indeed move. No! I could have got experience from him if you didn't. Again, Anna is a freaking kill stealer. I hate her. I could have got a level up for Star and Sully if you hadn't done that, you stupid, stupid NPC. I hate you so much. Again, as satisfying as it would be to let her die, I'm not going to do that, because I am a perfectionist, and I don't want to let any NPCs die on my watch. Now, while we have a small moment of calm, I'll just, let me just see something. Yeah, he does have a range like that. Now, I could attempt to put someone in his range and attempt to get a few good hits on him, but... Anyway, while we have a moment of calm, I want to mention something interesting about this map. This map right here is directly based off of Chapter 4 of Fire Emblem 4, the Silesia chapter. Yeah, you can tell from the shape of the map, as well as the positioning of the rivers, the positioning of those mountains. Thankfully, they're a lot less annoying to go through here. And that even the village's position is quite similar. It's not the same location, obviously, because this takes place in the future of Arcania, and Fire Emblem 4 was on a different continent, but it's still a pretty cool reference. Oh, of course, the snow as well. That's a reference too. You know, I just had an idea. I'll actually give, wait, that's only got 5 uses left on it. Oh well, and then I'll, yeah, go here, and then use the physics staff, which I apparently can't use. Because she doesn't have high enough of a staff rank. Damn it! Well, that was stupid. Give that back then. And I'm not getting another event tile with Chrome and Mary Sue. I know better than that. And now it's Stully's turn to move. And yes, that would have been so much more useful earlier, but Anna will only use her concoction when there are no enemies left that in her range that she can kill. Yeah, that's really annoying. I really, really hate that about her. Yeah, I'd much rather pull back and sort of have a defensive perimeter within these forests, but even then, I tried that last time and I got totally slaughtered because Crom got hit by 230% in a row, and that was really annoying. Actually, I might want to bring Starl and Sully back down. And have Lissa go here and heal.
Very kind of you.
Lissa restores a lot more HP now thanks to that heal touch skill of hers, which is definitely useful. Please be a conversation and no. Oh, but it's Ephraim's Lintz. Yep, Ephraim's Lintz. The funny thing here is the European version actually changed the name of this to Ephraim's Pike, just so that it doesn't run foul of the character limit, which is actually kind of a nice touch. But yes, Ephraim's Lintz is a C-rank lance that gives strength and speed +2, so, and critical 10, so for a C-ranked weapon, it's actually very, very good. But yes, Ephraim's Lintz. I kind of wanted that to show up at least once, because I wanted to point out how funny it was. It's Ephraim's Lintz! Anyway. Yeah, it might seem like I'm being a coward here. I kind of want to make sure that I talk to Anna, though. Okay, here come the last few enemies, and Anna is going to be a derp and attack that guy, isn't she? Anna, you stupid kill stealer. I hate you so much. Also, it's fitting that this chapter is pretty much all about luck, because Anna in the fandom is often considered to be the incarnation of the RNG goddess.
Next in line.
Something that this game actually references, but that's not for much, much later. Yeah, I wanted to see if Crom and Anna have a conversation here. I think they do, but... Okay, yeah, here's the slight, and by slight I mean major problem. Because let's see how much he does. 11. How much does he do if we equip with this? Well, his accuracy is very, very low if we equip a sword. And I kind of want to use Starl and Sully as a meat shield here, but I also kind of don't want to end up with them hogging all the experience. Okay, Lissa can go there, so at least I can probably do that, and then have... No, I'm an idiot. I need to use the physics staff now. I'm just desperate to get this chapter over and done with, because I've had to play this 4 times now. And again, weirdly enough, none of my failures were due to Anna dying, which I'd normally expect. And you two are going to go back there. Okay, I really hope that things go well here, crap! Okay, I didn't realize that would happen. That was very, very stupid. I'm not exactly thinking straight at the moment, but I just want this chapter to be done. But fortunately, Lissa will survive with 1 HP, unless Lonku is amazing and dual guards her, which would be amazing. Anyway, this pun was not present in the Japanese version. In the Japanese version, the 2 brothers' names were George and Handsome. Yes, that's right, Handsome. That was actually his name. Oh, that was bad. Okay, let's hope nothing else can attack her. Oh my god, are you serious? Anna, don't get a critical and kill steal from me. Thank you! Okay, you may have done something useful for once. Emphasis on may have done something useful for once, because I still need to make sure that I kill all the rest of these enemies, but... If you had got a critical there, that would have been a kill steal, and I would have really hated that. Okay, as much as I want to do that, Muriel actually does need the experience more desperately. Yeah, she definitely does. Except I can't exactly... Okay, so hopefully this guy will die.
Please stay strong.
And critical? Nope. Okay, that's annoying. But yeah, I kind of want... Unless Muriel won't do enough damage. And she won't do enough damage. But she will do enough damage to this guy. So it still kind of worked out. So at least she leveled up. That's pretty much the, well, one of the best level ups I can expect from her, really. So, one level less than Ricken, she has more magic, less, but at a bit more speed, but he has a lot better luck. Anyway, that, okay, who kills Boss Man? That is the question, and I think it actually does have to be Ricken. Yeah, I'm not taking my chances, I'm going for the 100%.
We'll do it together.
And bizarre death quotes. Bandit Brother number 1 is down. And that was a pretty equally awesome level up. And we get a goddess icon. Quite how fittingly. It's an icon that raises luck that's based off of a goddess. Yeah, how fitting for a chapter with Anna. Oh yeah, Crom can talk to her. That is cool, but I want to make sure that these enemies die first, because otherwise we could be in trouble. Okay, let's get Sully to level up. At least, hopefully. And no crit. Are you serious? No crit, no dual strike. That is literally the worst possible thing that could have happened. Because that means that if Ricken or Muriel get attacked by both those guys, they are going to die. Which means that I may not be able to actually... Okay, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to make a save just so I can show that conversation. So basically, yeah, if I kill this guy, then we'll be safe for this turn. But, yeah, I'm going to have to make a save because I want to show the conversation. And if I do show the conversation, then Ricken is most likely going to die. So, let's just show the conversation.
Hey.
No, she's not fine. Her AI has a very bad case of Leroy Jenkins-itis. Please help her.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't silly for you to be worried. You should be worried.
Good.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. Anna's gonna... Or not. Anna's probably gonna... oh, yeah, she moves afterwards, so Ricken is still probably gonna die to this. So, unless a miracle happens, I will see you back here when I reload the save. This is kind of what I like casual mode saves for, just so that I can show off conversations sometimes. And wait a minute, a miracle just happened. I was wrong to ever doubt him.
Look at this weakling. I did it!
See, this is why Ricken is my favorite mage in the game. And Anna's gonna kill steal. Really. We end the chapter by Anna kill stealing. I would have preferred that Long Poo got that, or Stal and Sully. That was annoying. Stupid Anna, I hate you so much. But at least... Oh, wow, Ricken and Maribel were the hero. Well, I guess they took down the boss, so that makes sense.
Thank you.
But anyway, we're done with this accursed chapter at last. Oh boy. I'm gonna actually put an outtakes reel at the end of this because I had some very, very painful ones. And none of them involved Anna dying. Weirdly enough, Anna did not die in any of my attempts of this, which is the exact opposite of what I expected.
Ooh.
A reference to her running the secret shops back in Shadow Dragon. So, here's the thing. We don't actually get any reward for saving Anna this time. And again, it doesn't actually matter if she lives or dies here. You might think that's strange, but it'll all make sense later. Fourth wall breakage! Weirdly enough, there are actually no secret shops in this game. The traveling merchants kind of replaced that. But anyway, that's that chapter over, finally. But we're not done with this video, because I'm going to show a bit of a blooper reel, because, oh, I hated this chapter so much. So anyway, enjoy some outtakes. I certainly didn't. I mean, I guess some people will say that hand axes may have been nerfed because they were considered kind of overpowered, because you could attack from a distance and counterattack pretty much anyone you wanted. But it's still kind of annoying they were nerfed so massively.
Vanished immediately.
Previously they were weakened by their very, very high weight, but now... Oh, those archers! We need to kill them as fast as possible, because, as you can see, 50 to 60% is actually quite high as far as hitting Anna is concerned. And if you get pretty unlucky with her dodging, speaking of getting unlucky with dodging, speaking of getting unlucky in general... Yeah, speaking of getting unlucky with dodging, yeah, if you get unlucky too much, in fact... Wow! Really?
Thanks.
Okay, that is some very bad luck. And now I'm actually very worried for Vake's safety, because this could actually kill
I'll
him.
take notes from here.
Like that. Damn it, that was a ridiculously bad streak of luck. Now, something just to point out.
You're all right.
Oh, that's bad.
Wrong move.
I owe you.
Actually, that might have been a wrong move. I mean, hopefully this shouldn't be too bad. Hi, boss man. His name is not that in the Japanese version, so they couldn't make that pun. Okay, that was good, because if that had hit... he would have died, actually, if that had hit. Wow. Speaking of he would have died if that had hit, don't... Are you kidding me?! I might have lost this because I got hit by 230%!
Well fought.
Are you freaking kidding me? Mary Sue, you better dual guard or I'm gonna hate you forever, which I already do. Mary Sue, please dual guard.
Gods.
Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? I lost because Crom got hit by 230% in a row. Freaking hell, I hate this chapter. Everything is all luck. By the way, just in case you want to see, that is in fact a game over. Yeah, that's what the game over screen looks like in this game. Be right back. Now, I need to make sure that I kill this mage with someone so that Stal and Sully can rush straight to Anna, because if we don't rush to her fast enough, she is pretty much guaranteed to die, so... Gonna need to do this with Crom. Actually, though, do I do that, or do I use Mary Sue here? Because I don't want to take too much damage from that mage. And the last time I used Crom here, that archer attacked him, and it resulted in... Well, it was very bad, but if I use Mary Sue here, then... those bandits could hit her, and it's kind of a double-edged sword, really. It's a... What's her chance of... Well, doing that's gonna screw me over either way.